What's good, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Hope you're all having a great day. And if you're new to the channel too and want to hit the subscribe button, that'd be awesome. In the last video, we were talking about solidifying the remaining 10% of our RB25 NeoSwap R32 build. Again, motor is mechanically sound and makes immense power. We changed out the transmission output shaft seal last night, and so far no leaks, which is great. We also spiced up the interior a little bit, and I bought myself a little Amazon special can gauge holder for the Haltech can gauge. I'm still waiting on a reply from Haltech on when they're going to have their IC7 digital dash back in stock, because I am ready to purchase. And in this video, we are going to be installing some parts that I didn't need because my current part is currently working. I just want to change it out, and that is going to be our S15 Clutch Master. Now, the S15 Clutch Master works exactly how it should. There is no issue with it, except for with all the adjustments I've done to the master itself with the push rod and the clutch pedal, my clutch engagement is literally like an inch after I press on the pedal, and I cannot have that. I need the engagement to be anywhere between low to midway. And to fix that, we are going to install some new parts from Bays. And from Bays, racking up a little over $600, we have the Tilton 5/8 Clutch Master, the billet reservoir. We have a new custom clutch line, and also Tilton's flow control valve. The benefits on running the Tilton 5/8 Clutch Master is newer technology, of course. We have this thick, durable billet clevis here, so when we do clutch kicks, when we do drift the Skyline, we don't have to worry about the fork bending or this clevis bending. The rod is much shorter, so this should provide a better clutch feel and better clutch engagement or more adjustability. You do need to, if you're ordering from Bays website, get their R32 specific adapter plate, and that will connect it to the 5/8 Tilton Master. Sweet. And then, with the reservoir, billet, of course, looks good. And with this bracket here, it'll just connect, I believe, like that. So even more clean. The lines are -3 and are stainless braided lines, which look great and will provide a leak-free installation. And then talking about the Tilton flow control valve, essentially this is going to reduce shock load created when you clutch kick or drive the vehicle hard. It does come with a couple orifices here, if the camera will focus, and that essentially is going to control the flow of which fluid flows through the valve there, again to prevent any shock load. I'm not the best at explaining things like this, but we do have the introduction, so if you want to pause the video and read this, feel free to. But a lot of benefits to this. I was reading also, this should not affect the pedal feel in a negative manner, only in a positive manner. So what I'm going to go ahead and do first is bench bleed this, just connect these two fittings here and loop them in a, say, cup of brake fluid, because brake fluid is clutch fluid, and I will be using Motul RBF 600. We'll get this nice and bled until there's no bubbles. And then this is pretty easy too, just two 12mm bolts. We'll undo the clutch line to the slave down there, reinstall everything, and then fully bleed out the slave again, and then we'll have to adjust the pedal feel, or essentially the pedal adjuster, on when the clutch engages. So essentially just moving this left and right, and we may or may not have to trim the rod ever so slightly for pedal clearance. All right, got the bench bleeding station set up, but before we go ahead and bench bleed the 76 series Tilton master cylinder, I'm going to just remove the S15 master cylinder, get the Tilton mocked up, and see where this push rod lines up on the clutch pedal. That way I can make adjustments first before getting brake fluid everywhere. Just makes everything much easier and cleaner. But still gonna keep the reservoir and the clutch line connected on this. All right, so mock-up went well. As I expected, if I want the clevis to be here on the rod, I do need to lob off about 25 millimeters, which is essentially the pedal clearance. And I still have plenty of thread engagement on the rod, as well as the clevis here. So I'll hit this with the angle grinder, clean the threads, and then we can check for clearance again. And once that is all good and adequate, we can bench bleed. Rod trimmed and cleaned up. This is a little bit shorter than the S15 length that I have now. So again, once we're in the car and driving it, that's when I'll make the full adjustments, but this should be good right now. So at this moment in time, we can finally bench bleed this thing, and still waiting on an email from Tilton to see if I need to install a bleeder screw to get the master cylinder fully bled out. So bench bleeding is exactly how it sounds. I have just some vacuum lines tied up into the input and output fittings. We're going to use this brake fluid cup to act as a reservoir, and I'm going to just hand pump the rod to suck up fluid, go through the master cylinder, and then back out into the cup. So we'll do this as many times as it takes to relieve any excess air bubbles, and then we'll go ahead and install the master cylinder into the firewall, and then we'll go ahead and connect our brand new clutch line and then bleed from the slave master. All right, just want to display this real quick. So got the fluid in the cup. It's going to need to be our highest point. Vacuum lines are all connected, and essentially we're just going to pump away until we don't see any more air bubbles, which I've been doing this actually for the last 5 minutes. So I'm guaranteeing myself that there are no more air bubbles, but this is essentially how you bench bleed. All right, just got done essentially finishing the install. We got the reservoir mounted to the brake booster delete kit, the master cylinder to the firewall, and all the hoses and lines all nice and tight. Honestly, the line from the master to the slave has like just the slightest amount of slack. I wish there was more. Honestly wish that this was a tight 90 degree. That would have given me the appropriate slack that I'm looking for, because I'm afraid under torque and load that the transmission might pull this line down too much and potentially sever it, but that's all up to speculation, of course. But I can always have custom lines built. Essentially, I would just need that bottom portion of the line at least 2 inches longer, and that should give me adequate clearance and the right amount of slack. But so far so good. Now I'm just waiting for my brother to get out of work and we can go ahead and bleed the clutch system. All right, just got done successfully bleeding the clutch system. We bled it for a good 15 to 20 minutes, ensuring all junk and air bubbles was pushed out, and it feels great. Ooh, that feels better honestly than the S15. And the pedal does go back a little bit slower due to the valve. This thing feels amazing. I cannot wait to test drive the vehicle. And I don't mean to disappoint you all in this video, but we will not be driving the Skyline. I apologize. There are a couple of things that I need to check out and double check before I feel comfortable putting the Skyline back on the road, which it isn't a lot of things, just essentially bolt checking the rear end again, bolt checking parts of the engine bay, and then also inspecting my boost controller lines, because I think one of them is torn. But in the next video, we will be replacing all of these silicone lines to -4 lines. And that just came in today, so I'm super stoked to make a video about that. And it'll also make this section so much more cleaner. And on that note, everybody, that is all I have for you in this video. If you did make it to the end, I will give you a hint on, or let you know, I made another big purchase on the Skyline. This is essentially the second to last part I'm going to put on the Skyline, because after that, the Skyline honestly is up to my, I would say, dream spec. Get hyped for this part. I've been talking to my engine builder about it. I've been talking to my brother about it, giving me like second opinions, and it's on order. We should be picking it up at my engine builder shop in the next week or so, and it's gonna be sick, guys. Get hyped. I'm shaking, I'm so excited. It's gonna be awesome. But thank you again, everybody, so much for the continued love and support. And if you're new to channel too, want to hit the subscribe button, that'd be awesome. And remember, aim high, drive low. I'll catch you next video. Take care.